Seventh round TKO victory over Kyrone Davis in his homecoming here in Phoenix. The fans came out, they support him, they loved him, they adore him, deservedly so, because offensively, and David, I've said this many times, you are a juggernaut offensively. The punches and bunches is unbelievable. Blistering hand speed, your selection of punches, absolutely mesmerizing. 5 straight wins by stoppage, still undefeated from Phoenix, Arizona. El Bandera Roja, David Benavidez, ladies and gentlemen. David, how are you feeling after that victory in front of your hometown?
I feel really good. You know, I feel like I did everything I said I was going to do. I know I trained extremely hard for this fight. Unfortunately, this TKO victory isn't against Uzcategui, you know, because he's a little bit harder opponent, but I was really looking forward to get him in there. But, you know, Kyrone Davis, you know, he was a warrior. You know, he came and gave it all in the ring, and, you know, he's actually giving me war in the ring too, and the fans love to see that. They love to see a good exchange, so I'm just here for the fans. And, yeah, thank you to everybody who came out. Thank you all my friends, my family, and everybody who came to support me. Thank you so much.
Before I turn it over to the media, obviously, were you surprised? Because you hit Kyrone Davis with everything, literally everything. You switched stances, you were going back and forth. I saw you were going to the body, you were going upstairs. You know, just a variety of different punches. You were hitting him clean. Were you surprised that he didn't go down?
Not really. I mean, he had a strong will, but I knew that I don't get tired. You know, I keep going, and I know eventually they're going to stop the fight. So I mean, I feel like I'd rather be that type of fighter where I could sustain this pressure for 12 rounds and just have that one pressure, that one fighter that has one punch knockout. And you know, there's only, you know what I mean. So if it don't matter with me, if I get you now, the first round, the second round, the 7th round, the 12th round, 11th round, I'm gonna get you eventually. And I don't let off until I knock people out or until I stop them.
If you were to fight Canelo, I feel like all of Phoenix would make their way to wherever the fight is, because, I mean, this area loves you. And they came out for both you and your brother and what your father have done. I mean, it was absolutely unbelievable to watch and see the love and the support, the passion that the fans here in Phoenix have for all of you.
Yeah, definitely, and I feel like they just, the fans in Phoenix, I was supposed to fight in Phoenix before COVID hit, you know, and that's why I feel like they've just been waiting for us to come back. And the fans in Phoenix, I swear, like, I feel like they're the best boxing fans in the world, because not only because I'm from here, but I know this the energy, you know, they felt, even like to the point, my opponent, they're drowning with booze, you know, and so they have my back 100%. So I mean, this is really the best place to have boxing, in my opinion. I love Phoenix, Arizona.
Well, we definitely want to come back. If you have questions for David Benavidez or Jose Benavidez Jr., by all means, we got the microphone around, so wait your turn. Ernie, by all means.
David, you fought in front of a packed house tonight. Everybody around you is talking about what may or may not be next. Did that give you any, it's not that bad of a question. Giving all of that, was there any extra pressure, extra excitement, maybe a mixture of both, giving all of that?
No, there was no pressure at all. Everybody's been asking me that question all week, or for like 2 weeks now. I don't feel any pressure no more. I feel like if I wouldn't do my job and work hard in the gym, I would feel the pressure. But I love boxing. I love training every day. If anything, I'm even more excited. It made me even go out there and throw even more punches, because I know it's in front of my hometown of Phoenix. But there's no pressure at all. No pressure.
David, congratulations on this huge victory. Walk us and tell us a little bit more, walk us through it. How was this camp, since you had to switch opponents last minute? You know, obviously you saw Kyrone was a tough opponent. Just let us know how tough was it, you know, to changing the style going into this fight.
It wasn't tough at all. You know, I feel like you gotta be ready for this type of stuff. You know, I feel like either if Uzcategui would have been out with the injury or whatever, or he's out with steroids, it doesn't matter. You have to be ready for more than one style. You know, and that's really what it's about when they say adapting to everything. Because in training camp, we spar 3-4 different types of sparring partners in the same, you know, we put them in rotation. So you have to adapt right there. So I mean, that's the good thing about, that's how we've been working for a long time. So it didn't really change. You know what I mean? I just had to watch Kyrone Davis a little bit more film on him, see what he did good, see what he did bad, and just change my game plan from there.
Thanks. Before we get to the next question, I want to acknowledge Samson Lukowicz, the promoter of David Benavidez. Ladies and gentlemen, Samson Lukowicz, one of the best minds in all of boxing. Speaking of one of the best minds in all of boxing, in my opinion, the manager of the year in 2021, Louis DeCubas Jr., ladies and gentlemen. Outstanding manager as well, the manager of the year in 2021. Now we have more questions from the media.
David, Jose Jr., welcome home. Great performance. Now, David, I remember back in the Iron Boy days, coming over here, man. Your cruiserweight days, now seeing you here headline. What does it mean to you, for you to inspire the young Arizona boxing kids, even the up-and-comers? What advice can you give them, and how does that make you feel?
Well, I feel like, this is why Phoenix, Arizona loves me so much, because I wasn't anything extraordinary. I wasn't anything spectacular when I was a little kid. The only thing I did was work hard. I was weighed over 250 pounds, 14 years old, and there was so much boxers here in Phoenix, Arizona that were better than me, but I put it in my head that I wanted to be the best, and with a good support system like my dad and my brother and my mom, they've always supported me, and they've never let me, not reach my potential. So I mean, if you're a little kid and you don't really have belief in yourself, it's gonna happen to every little kid, but as long as you make a goal for yourself and try to achieve the goal, you work on it every day. It's not a weekly thing. It's a daily thing. You gotta go hard every day, and that's kind of the message I've been trying to get to the kids too. I get kids that are a little bit bigger in weight too. They message me, and I message them back, and I tell them, what? I was in the same position. I was in your shoes too. So it's all about you, how much you want to motivate yourself, how much you want to dedicate yourself, how much you want to push yourself, and the sky's the limit.
Thank you.
Congratulations, David.
Thank you.
I noticed that, at the end, after the fight, you asked the crowd, who do you want to see me fight? And you want to see me fight Canelo, and the crowd erupted. You think Canelo heard those cheers?
I hope so. I don't know, but it just felt really good. Just getting the crowd involved in it. I haven't fought with the live audience in 2 years, and it's boring, honestly, when there's no audience in there. So now I have the people. I feel like, the people are very excited for anything I do, because every time I come to fight, I make it a war. And they love the way I fight. So if they want to see me fight Canelo, they want to see me fight Charlo, whoever they want to see me fight, they know it's going to be a 100% guaranteed great fight. So I'm ready for whoever. I've been professional 8 years already. Next year is going to be my 9th year professional, almost a decade in boxing. I'm barely 24. Right. So I've been boxing 21 years. So my whole life is, and now it's time to take the big risks, because it's I want it. Win, lose, or draw, I'm always going to put 100% into it. And I'm going to work extremely hard, and I feel like I can beat the best right now.
Jose, what did you feel the rust, or?
I've been out of the ring for 3 years. Yeah, I felt the rust first couple rounds, but it's okay. It is what it is. I felt like I did enough to win the fight. The guy who kept running looked like he was on a bicycle, and I give him that. He could take a shot, but he didn't want to. He was awkward. He was an awkward fighter, but he came here to fight. Everyone has their different styles, and it's okay. I don't think the judges scored the fight how it's supposed to be scored, but draw's a draw. It's not a loss. I'm gonna go back home, keep training, and make sure I don't get any draws next time. And make sure I stop the guy.
What about the extra weight? Did it affect you?
I lost. I was at 240.
Yeah,
I went up to 240 pounds. I lost like 60 pounds. So not only that, I went down and lost weight. I felt strong. It's just, like I said, I haven't been in the ring for 3 years, so that ring rust got to me a little bit. But it's okay. I got this one down. Now let's just keep going from here on out. And I just want to say I'm happy. My brother did a tremendous job. We have a tremendous team. We work hard together. He motivates me. I motivate him. My dad's always by our side. This bond we have is unbreakable. And the sky's the limit from now. I'm glad I'm with, Yusuf Kubas, Al Heyman now, and, I'm ready for these fights. Next fight will be a total different fight. I'm just glad I got this fight in, and I'm gonna keep training. No more long layoffs.
Right. The one thing that people remember you for is your jab. I don't think we saw as much of your jab.
I honestly was trying to take this guy out. To be honest, I should have used my jab more with how I did before, but it's good. It's good. I learned from it. Watch video more, and now I have to use my jab like I did before, because right now I was just hunting the guy, and the guy didn't want to fight. He kept running, so now I have to learn how to use my jab how I did before, and then take those shots, and I just try to take the guy out with power shots. But I want to thank Samsung. I want to thank Al Heyman, Yusuf Kubas for giving me the opportunity to fight in this card, this amazing crowd. I love Arizona. I love all the fans. Just motivate me. How my brother said, they say our last name and they hype us up, and then the other guys, we boo them down, which, it's something crazy, it just feels amazing being back in the ring again after so long. after so long, especially next to my brother. You know, it motivates me, and then I want to see that Canelo fight with my brother. Let's hope that happens. But from here on out, you know, like I said, no more long layoffs. Back to the gym and start winning these fights.
For each of you, could Phoenix? I know you're in Seattle, but could Phoenix become your home at least for fighting a couple times a year here? Or?
I mean, we have to leave that to promoters, but that'd be amazing. You know, I love this crowd. I love this vibe. You know. The good thing about us is everywhere we go, we have a good crowd. You know, people love us. Texas, California, Vegas, everywhere we go, you know, we just love the boxing fans in general. We have a good supporting, a good following, and I just want to thank all the fans who've been out there since day one supporting us. You know, that means a lot to us. That motivates a lot. I know what motivates me, my brother, and my dad. You know, just seeing people out there like little kids writing us messages, "Hey, you're my hero." That just makes my day. You know, and it just makes me believe. Like, you know, I tell you, like how my brother says, when little kids write to us, anything is possible in life. The only one can stop you is yourself. You know, I'm not even supposed to be boxing right now. They said I was never gonna box again. Let alone taking 7 years to walk. It hasn't even been 6 years, and I fought 2 big fights. I fought a big fight. You know, took a layoff, fought again. And I mean, the sky's the limit from here. You know, as long as you have a strong mind, we all fall. You know, in life, God has plans for us. You know, everything happens for a reason. You just have to learn how to get back up and keep grinding. We're warriors, and we're not gonna stop.
Yeah, but also too, if Luis de Cuba, Samson Lukowitz, and Steven Espinosa, if I tell them they could make the rest of our fights here always, that'd be great too.
That'd be amazing.
David, aquí viendo el resultado que miramos de tu hermano, esto como no ganó la victoria, pero te motivó a ti a noquearlo a tu oponente, y a la vez también, pues ahora en español la pregunta, ¿tú quieres al Canelo en tu siguiente pelea o cómo te sientes en tu próximo rival? ¿Quieres al Canelo?
No, pues yo ya estaba listo para noquear a mi rival también. Yo trabajé bien duro, yo ya sabía que tenía más fuerza que él, yo ya sabía que le iba a noquear. Pero yo creo que la pelea aquí sí se puede hacer como en mayo o septiembre. Entonces voy a seguir entrenando duro y a ver qué pasa, pero voy a estar listo para todo lo que venga.
Well, the question was whether, well, two questions. The first one was whether seeing Jose fight motivated you to do what you did in your main event. And the second one was, if I'm not mistaken, if you feel ready for Canelo, correct?
If he wants Canelo.
If he wants Canelo, okay, yeah. So David answered the first question that, you know, he was going after a knockout all the way, that he felt comfortable throughout the fight, and that he was glad that he was able to achieve the win the way that he did. And then as far as Canelo, he's going to be ready for whatever, May, September, he's going to train hard and be ready for whatever comes his way next year.
La Casaca Boxing Club Argentina. This is for Mr. Benavidez Sr. en español, para Argentina, en vivo.
Saludos para toda la gente de Argentina.
Igualmente, gracias. Primero que nada, felicidades a los dos muchachos, muy buen trabajo. Ese es tocante a Junior. Sabemos que Junior viene de 5 años peleando una vez al año casi, promedio de una pelea al año. Este fue el factor que se le dificultó un poquito la pelea hoy, o también el argentino hizo bien las cosas, o una combinación de las dos.
No, pues no le vamos a quitar nada al argentino. El argentino, pues mi respeto, muchas gracias por aceptar la pelea. Para mí, José Benavidez hizo muy bien, hizo espectacular. Como él lo dijo, el doctor le dijo que no iba a caminar. Ha tenido 2 peleas muy grandes, ahora pues tuvo una pelea donde creo yo que mis ojos ganó y no le dieron la victoria, pero eso no importa. Nosotros somos guerreros, seguimos peleando. Mucha gente no sabe que yo hasta dejé mi trabajo cuando ellos estaban chicos para irnos a la aventura, y yo estoy súper orgulloso de los dos, de lo que han logrado. Hay mucha gente mala también que quiere destruir lo que tenemos, pero eso no lo van a conseguir. Yo creo que nos estamos haciendo muy, muy fuertes y estamos muy unidos, y les vamos a dar muy buenas peleas a toda la gente. Y estoy muy orgulloso de los dos, y ojalá que me den la oportunidad de seguir con ellos y hacemos un buen equipo, y yo daría mi vida por ellos, ¿no? Y aquí seguimos juntos, ¿no?
Era la segunda parte de la entrevista, que los planes a futuro.
Well, so the question was whether Jose's rust played a factor in the fight, and the answer was that, in no disrespect to the opponent Torres, we have major respect for him, but I thought Jose had a spectacular fight. I thought he won, that he did great. Jose overcame so many challenges to be able to come back, and many people don't even know that I, meaning Jose's dad, left my job and I had to give so much to be able to make these kids, you know, live a happy and fruitful life. So I'm really proud of them and the effort that they have made, and I thought Jose won the fight.
More questions? You got a question from Sean?
Just the future plans for Junior, en español, los futuros para Junior.
Pues los planes es a seguir al gimnasio y entrenar, seguir peleando, no como antes que dijiste que si peleaba una vez al año me tomaba los breaks muy largos. Ahora hay que regresar y seguir echándole ganas y pelear unas 5 o 6 veces al año.
Gracias.
The question was, what's Jose's plans going forward? And Jose was saying that he's going to come back to the gym, and next year it's going to be about fighting 5 or 6 times, not taking as many breaks as he used to. So ideally, fighting 5 or 6 times a year will be the best plan for him. Next question?
You got a question, Sean?
The question is for Mr. Checo Gutierrez. You should be there. ¿Qué tan cerca? How close is that fight with Canelo in your estimation? ¿Qué tan cerca está?
Hold on, before you answer that question, Samson, can we get the mic over to Samson? Ask the question on the mic and then how close is the fight?
9:45, I'm on my way to Mexico. So I will speak with Mauricio Suleiman and explain to him that it's time to get this title back. Now, it can be in May, 5 de Mayo, or it can be in September, but not later in September. I'm going with a good faith that you need to face the best 168 super middleweight in the world versus David El Bandera Roja Benavidez.
That's all. Sean's got a question over here.
David,
hold on real quick, Sean.
What's up, Sean?
What's up, David? Great fun stuff as always to watch, man. If he's watching, any message to Canelo, and if not a message, you know, why does David Benavidez beat him?
I mean, I think the fans speak for itself. And the fans have been calling for this fight for a long time, and there's nobody else for Canelo to fight. You know, I feel like I'm a bigger guy, I'm a stronger guy, I have a lot of speed. You know, obviously a lot of people say that Canelo, I'm an easy walking park for Canelo, but they say that about all my opponents. I don't have defense, I don't have nothing, you know, but I would rather get hit, you know, so I know when I get in the ring with the fighters, it's a completely different story. You know, I know how strong I am, I know how much pressure I put on, and I know how these guys tend to break down towards the end of the fight. I know a fight with Canelo won't be easy, but I'm willing to get my heart and my soul in that ring to get the victory, and I know I can get it done. But you know, like I said, I'm gonna let the fans keep calling for it. You know, I'm gonna keep winning my fights exactly how I'm doing it, dominant fashion. My last 5 fights, there's been no competition. No competition. I just go in there and walk guys down. And I'm not just throwing one punch, I'm throwing punches and bunches. I'm doing stuff that no other 168 pounder does. Combinations, 6-7 punch combinations, body shots, great jabs. You know what I mean? So I feel like I deserve that fight. So I'm gonna keep, until I get that fight, I'm gonna keep knocking down whoever they put in front of me. If they want to put 5 guys in front of me, want to do another title with me, that's fine. I'll do that until I get the fight with Canelo. But the fans need to keep asking for that fight. You know, I've been #1 contender for 3 fights already, since 3 fights. You know, so we'll keep going. And I don't mind beating anybody. I don't mind keep beating these guys to get to that spot because I know I'm better than everybody. And I'll just prove it in the ring.
If he's not going to go your direction soon, you know, in the next 1, 2, or 3 fights, what's the best you could do out there? Is it fighting the winner of Better BF Brown at 75, or would it be Charlo, or what's the next best thing if Canelo's not going to get in there right now?
I mean, I don't know. It's hard because I don't even want to hype these fights up because I'm willing to fight whoever. But you seen the incident with Charlo talking all that, but then he didn't really want to fight. But I feel like that's really the narrative for these other fighters. They act like they want to fight, but when it's time to fight, they can't. They don't want to fight. I mean, I would love to fight Berlanga too, in the hard Puerto Rican punching. You know, he has a hard puncher. You know, so I feel there's a lot of good fights to be made, but I feel like people are scared to take that risk. You know, but if you really want to be the best, you shouldn't be scared to take no risk. But if I would love to fight Charlo, Berlanga, Caleb Plant still, Colin Smith. If I gotta go up to 75, I'll go up to 75 too. But it doesn't matter, you know. I feel like I got another 10, 12 years left in this professional boxing game. So, you know, there's a lot of names to be fought out there. So I'll fight every single one of them.
Thanks, David. And just a question for Big Bro. Jose, great to see you back in the ring after 3 years, man. You know, Terrence Crawford, a day or two ago, he mentioned you were the best fighter he's ever fought, the toughest fight he had. What do you think of that, and do you think he beats Sean Porter next Saturday?
Yeah, but I've been asked this question a few times. And then Sean, I have something to say for Sean Porter too. He has said that that I gave him the best fight of his career to Terrence Crawford, but that he has everything I have plus more. Honestly, I don't see anything special in Sean Porter. And if you guys have to see the video that we sparred back when I was way younger, I was giving it to him. I feel like Crawford is a crafty fighter. He's a champion for a reason, and he's gonna beat Sean Porter. Sean Porter has nothing special. He doesn't have a jab. He doesn't have a good hook. He doesn't even hit hard. All he does is smother people and move his head like he just started boxing. So I mean, after he gets his ass kicked by Crawford, maybe we can set up on me, since he says he has better ability than me. We can make that happen, because I know this guy's not gonna run. I know he's gonna bang. So we'll see who's a bigger banger.
Tell us how you really feel.
Good.
This is for both brothers. First off, congratulations to both of you guys for coming back to Phoenix. This fight could have gone, pretty much could have took place anywhere. What was it like for both of you to be on the same card, and not only that, being in front of a Phoenix crowd, and then hearing your guys' names being chanted? Because I was ringside for this entire fight, and I'll tell you what, it was ecstatic, it was magnetic, and this crowd was here for all you guys. So how do you guys feel about that?
Well, like I said, dude, it's fighting here in Arizona. It's a total different feeling. You know, it feels like we haven't been here in years, and it feels like we never left. You know, the crowd is here, so supporting, so loving, so just the energy they give out. It's crazy. Dude, we walking out, you know, feel like superstar. You know, it just motivates me even more. And then seeing people want to take pictures with us, it's crazy. And I would love to keep fighting here at home. You know, I feel like I don't think there's a crowd better than the Phoenix crowd, to be honest with you. Especially for me and my brother, you know, it hypes us up, you know, it gives us that motivation. Even when you're tired in the ring, hearing those people chant your name and, you know, shouting, it gives you that much energy, that much more energy to keep fighting and trying to stop this guy. So I would love to fight here again.
Yeah, it's definitely been a blessing, man. It's a dream come true. Now the roles are a little bit reversed, because 6 years ago when we fought here, I was in my brother's undercard, and now I'm headlining the undercard. And it's really funny too, because I came here, I came to a Bad Bunny concert with my girlfriend too, and I was just, we were there, and I was like, man, it'd be amazing, it'd be a dream come true if I could fight here. And then like a couple months later, I got the fight with Angulo here, but it got pushed back because of COVID, everything that happened with COVID. So like I said, it's really amazing, because I feel like we're on the right track. You know, we're working extremely hard, and I didn't really expect all this love and support that we have from all the people here. But when you don't expect it, that's when you get more of it. You know what I mean? It's crazy, and I feel like, you know, the people, they love seeing this fight, and I love fighting in front of them, and I love beating people up in front of them. So this is gonna be a great place to host fights for me and my brothers. You know, I see us fighting here for a long time. And all the loyal supporters we have here, it's amazing just to fight in front of them, to perform in front of them.
Last question.
Thank you. Phoenix, Arizona. That's my home. This is where we're from, you know. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone that's been out here supporting me, my brother, and my dad since day one. You guys are loyal. You guys are real fans. Thank you guys. We're going to keep training hard and putting on good shows.
We got one more question.
This question's for Jose Senior. Jose, man, a lot of people don't know your story, man, and how hard it's been to get to this point. And to hear how David's so close to fight Canelo, I want to understand, how do you feel when you're so close to be fighting a legend like Canelo, at David just being 24 years old?
Well, it will be an honor to fight the best 168 super middleweight, the king of 168. I will not take nothing away from him. He's a very guy that's super focused, very disciplined. But I'm pretty sure, I'm positive that David will beat him, you know. We would love to fight him. It will be a tough fight, a very dangerous fight, but I know what I have. David's been training since he was 2 years old, and that's a fight that people want to see. Everybody wants to see that fight. I guarantee you, David will be victorious in that fight.
It also motivates me too, because everybody I looked up to, Oscar De La Hoya, Marco Antonio Barrera, Vargas, Trinidad, you know, these dudes, they're 25, 24, 25, 26 years old, you know, fighting the best of the best, multiple world champions, and they didn't have to take that chance, but they did. They took that leap to be great, and I feel like that's what I have to do. You know, I mean, obviously this is a very hard fight. Me and Canelo, it's the hardest probably fight I've ever had in my career, and nothing's guaranteed, but the work that you put in is guaranteed, and I'm willing to work as hard as I can to make sure I secure a victory and be at the best possible mental and physical place in my life that I've ever been, and you know, I'm gonna be ready for it. You know, everybody can say whatever they want, but they don't put the work in I put in, you know, and I know exactly what I put in. So once this fight gets signed, and whenever it does happen, you know, the motivation is gonna be through the roof, and I'll definitely make it. I'll be the victor in that fight.
Well, congratulations to David Benavidez with his win over Kyrone Davis in front of the hometown fans here in Phoenix. Jose Benavidez Jr. turns right now, blows away. Jose Benavidez Sr. is the trainer, the father. Phoenix, thank you so much. Samson Lukowitz, TGB Promotions, PBC. If Benavidez and Canelo happens in 2022, book it. That is the fight of the year next year. Have a great one, everybody.